Keep that up, and we could cause a scandal.
I promise I won't print a word. We leave that sort of thing to the City Times.
Ah, yes, the competition. Which is another reason why we should get back to work.
Sorry, didn't mean to.
No, it's okay. I was just about to leave.
That's okay. Don't leave on my account. I read the scoop in this morning's Argus about the police finding the gun in the Lafferty case. You're doing, right?
Aye, but I can always use new sources of information.
Actually, I'm here because you have information I need. Inside information about Damien Grimaldi.
I'm guessing by that look that we do not have a murderer yet, Detective Hughes.
Oh, I wish. On second thought, you know, Tom, this is Cal Strickland we're talking about. This is Mama's Cal. I can't believe he'd be capable of murder.
I think we went all over this.
I know. It's just
Look,
that
no one will be happier than me if Cal's in the clear, but if you recall, one of the reasons in the first place your mom told us.
Yeah. Hey, Julie. How you doing? I hope this is a visit.
Yes. No, she comes for the coffee.
What do you like now?
Why don't you get her a cup? No, this is what my fiance refers to as our quality time. She walks me to work, we talk, you know.
Correction, I talk. He won't tell me a thing about this murder trial of Link's, and it's just driving me crazy.
Julie, please.
I know. It's police business.
Good man. Speaking of which, why don't you go see if that forensics, you know what, is ready?
Oh, okay, we'll do. Then we'll walk out.
Cool.
He's just doing his job.
I know. It's just so weird, you know? It's all so weird. I keep thinking about the last time I saw Link alive at the Falcon Club that night, when he was with that sleazebag lawyer.
Who's that?
Fred Greer. Every time I looked over at Link, I just wanted to wring his neck for what he did to Debbie Simon. I mean, I can't believe he would take advantage of somebody.
Whoa, back up here. What's this about Link and Debbie Simon?
Well, you knew they were sleeping together. You...
"7 weeks pregnant. I do love the baby's father, but we're not together right now."
Congratulations.
What?
Well, that's just what the doctor ordered.
Dr. Evan, remember? Good nourishing food, no more binging and purging, right? What'd you think I meant?
Nothing. Don't worry, I'm not gonna do anything that stupid again.
Good. And I hope that includes what we agreed upon, not going to the police and telling them that you were at Link's place, well, minutes before he was murdered. Connor?
No, Evan, I've thought about this a lot, and I've made a decision. I'm going to the police, and I'm telling them the truth.
As the world turns.
Well, looks as if we're gonna have to have a little talk with Miss Simon, huh?
Yeah, so.
I can't believe I just said that. Believe me, Debbie has absolutely nothing to do with this. She was in love with Hutch. She was just a very vulnerable, very insecure kid. And Leek totally took advantage of her. He used her. He didn't give a damn about her. Listen, guys, she's not doing so well. And I don't even know if she's found out about any of this has happened yet. Couldn't you just leave her in peace in New York?
Well, I can't promise you that, but I can promise you that anything you tell us is confidential. Look, we're just gonna ask her some questions. By the way, did Connor know about Link and Debbie?
I think I've said plenty for today. Thank you. All I can tell you is that Link was bad news, and he hurt everybody he came into contact with. Big time.
Here's the you-know-what. You ready to go?
Yeah, wish you'd said that to me 15 minutes ago. We gotta talk.
So, forensics come up with anything?
2 clean sets of prints on the barrel of the gun. Counts and links, not surprising. All the others, including the critical ones on the trigger, are smudged.
Well, I guess that could happen in a dumpster.
Yeah, or the killer tried to wipe it clean.
Or was wearing gloves like the ones we found in Link's room.
I just figured that they already knew, otherwise I wouldn't have said anything.
I should have thought of Debbie myself. I was just busy looking for witnesses. She didn't seem like she was still in the picture, and she slipped my mind. But Julie, you did the right thing.
I did? For who? I may have just made Debbie a suspect.
Yeah, if we could track down those gloves, then maybe we could eliminate some other things of it. Oh, hey, Pop! What's up?
Hi.
Ah, your office told me I'd find you down here.
Yeah, well, take a number. I'm first in line.
Yeah? Listen, I want you to recommend a lawyer for me, a good lawyer. I'm gonna take Ivor to court. I want custody of MJ.
What is this? Some kind of a crazy death wish you're trying to carry out? You go to the cops, they'll arrest you. They might even try you for this murder.
Well, I'm sorry. I can't live like this, knowing that
Hey, what? You didn't kill him. I'm not asking you to lie here. Just not to play Girl Scout and go tell the cops that you were at Link's place minutes before some good Samaritan blew him away.
This is my decision, and I will do what I have to do.
Okay, all right. Then just let me present a few facts that should persuade you in this matter. Now, try not to think about your own neck for a second. Think about this company, the clients, the stockholders.
Spare me the obvious. I know the publicity could hurt us.
Hurt us, it could kill us. You let this cat out of the bag and we're dead.
No, we're not. We will survive this. We just need to do a little damage control.
How do you plan on doing that from prison?
Stop being so melodramatic. It is not going to happen because I didn't kill him.
Oh, that's right. No one's gone to prison for a crime they didn't commit. You remember the golden rule? Watch your back or someone will stick a knife in it? You taught me that.
Well, you know what, Evan? Sometimes the rules change and other things become a little more important. And setting the record straight is just one of those things.
Did I miss something here? Connor, I thought we'd agreed upon this. Would you just tell me what's going on? For God's sakes, you gotta tell me.
I need to sit down.
Oh, damn it, it's some bulimia, isn't it? Listen, I don't care what you say. We're gonna go to the doctor
It's
together.
not that. It really isn't. I've already been to a doctor, and I'm fine. I'm fine.
You don't look fine. So why don't you just cut the bull and tell me what's going on here? Connor?
Hi, Cal.
Hey, Cal. You all right?
Yeah. But I learned something last night that I think you need to know. The gun that was used to kill Link belongs to me. Oh, young lovers, wherever you are.
Hey, listen. In the freezer at home is a 5-pound bag of leftover turkey parts. Would you pick it up as soon as possible? Kim is threatening to make turkey cupcakes.
Oh, okay.
Definitely.
Dangerous.
I will. Listen, Bob, speaking of Thanksgiving, I'm sorry that I snapped about the pictures.
Oh, listen, you're a pro now. It's time the torch was passed. Or maybe I should say the tripod.
Right. Well, anyway, I'll call Mom anyway and talk to her about it.
Oh, listen, if you're looking for your dad, I saw him heading over for nuclear medicine with a whole group of interns. He'll be a while.
Oh, okay. I hope he's not drowning himself in his work. I mean, I know that Iva's engagement hit him really hard. I mean, she and MJ mean everything to him.
Sweetheart, your dad is going to be just fine. He's still got MJ. And I'm sure that Iva will let him visit whenever he wants to. Plus, he'll be around here a lot, like a certain other son of his.
Wait a sec. It's not too late to retreat to Plan A, which is, as if you recall, I become an eccentric but beloved country lawyer. There is no custody battle. Everybody lives happily ever after, except for Joe Bailey, who, of course, will be in a really bad mood.
You know, this is the right move for us, and everyone will just have to accept that. Hey, everybody. We
Hi.
have an announcement to make. Well, unless you already know, of course, but this is... Jason is taking the job with the Crime Commission.
Well, Oakdale's loss is the nation's gain. Congratulations.
Well said.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
See you later.
Save a job for me.
Oh, okay, we'll do lunch.
Yes.
Congratulations. That job's in Washington, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, what's gonna happen to Dad and MJ?
Well, John is MJ's father, and hopefully he'll always be an important part of his life. And I'm willing to make any reasonable arrangement, but John wants more. He wants full custody. And I'm not going to give him that.
Janice, I may be part owner of the station, but I expect us to be colleagues on this project.
It's nice of you to say that.
I'm not just saying that to be nice. My background in production is very limited, so I'm counting on you to make us look good. I expect you to put me through my paces. Deal?
Oh, absolutely.
Is this the office of the Lily Grimaldi, station owner?
Yes, it is. Hello, honey. What's that?
What? This? Oh,
Yes.
this is nothing less than a beautiful gift for you.
For me.
Yes, for your new office. I wanted to give it to you yesterday, but it wasn't ready.
Oh, parking the car, huh? Let me see. Very nice. Oh, a nameplate. A nameplate, it's perfect. Oh, thank you very much. I'm gonna check this out. Thank you.
Glad you like it.
Perfect, it really is. Don't I have the most thoughtful husband in the world? I think I'll keep him around for a while.
I'm listening. Keep it coming.
Well, if this is the way American television works, I must consider branching out. Buongiorno.
Eduardo, I could have sworn you were packing your bags this morning and we said arrivederci. Is something wrong?
Oh, your concern is touching, Cugino. No, everything is perfect. I merely stopped by to give you a fax from Rome. And to thank you once again for your beautiful hospitality.
Oh, don't mention it. Your family. Bon viaggio.
Grazie. But my trip is no longer than a heartbeat.
Will you be flying the Concorde?
Not this time, no. But it is a magnificent journey. Yes, you're cruising along at Mach 2, viewing the curvature of the Earth, feasting on Scottish salmon fresh from the North Sea.
I'm afraid I haven't had the pleasure.
But you must. Perhaps I can contact my friends in the management, and you could accompany my next time to Europe.
Eduardo, I thought you were leaving today.
Oh, I have left the yacht. I've checked into the Lakeview Hotel.
What?
I thought, since you two are still practically on your honeymoon, you could use some privacy. I know I can. Especially since I'm now going to stay in Oakdale.
This is not about Damien. This is about protecting Lily. And to do that, I need to know what's going on. And you're the only one who can help me.
The bottom line is there is no hard evidence connecting Damien to Bertram Kingsley's murder or the attempt on Patricia Kingsley's life.
Come on, Duncan, you don't buy that, you know it.
I have to catch up with a client. I'll see you later. Holden, jumping to conclusions is a risky business. Why don't you do yourself a favor and stick with the facts? Thank you.
Okay, let's stick with the facts. 1, Mrs. Kingsley is still under police protection because she suspects that the Grimaldis might be involved. 2, Hal Munson goes to Rome with a lot of questions and comes back with even more suspicions. 3, I know you don't trust Damien as far as you can throw him. And I trust you. So do you tell me? Or do I go out on my own?
All right. But here are the ground rules. This stays between us, and you don't go running off half-cocked. Understood? The way I see it, someone or some group is determined to shake up Kingsley Malta, either from the outside or within. Bertram Kingsley's death put the Grimaldis in the most powerful position in Kingsley Malta. The only obstacle they have now is Patricia Kingsley.
So you think that they might be behind the violence?
That's what I tried to find out when I was chasing that hired assassin halfway around the globe. Unfortunately, he blew himself up in Montega, and I didn't have a chance to find anything out. But I did track him to Caracas. Damien Grimaldi does a great deal of business in Caracas.
And you don't think that that's coincidence?
Either Damien is running the show, or he very well may be the next victim.
So that means that Lily may or may not be in danger. What did Hal find out when he was in Rome?
Hal spoke with Renata, who was Bertram Kingsley's secretary. She was in hiding. He felt that she was afraid of Damien, but he didn't learn much more.
You know, there's another way we can go about this. All the KM files are at Walsh Montgomery in the computer system.
Aye, but do you have access to those files?
Not yet.
Of course, the police took my fingerprints. After we checked my gun cabinet and confirmed that the murder weapon belonged to me, I insisted that we go to the station and take a set of prints.
Yeah, but what good will that do, Cal? Your prints have got to be all over that gun.
Not on the trigger. I cleaned that gun religiously after every practice session. The prints on that trigger belong to the person that the police are looking for.
Okay, then. So once you're officially in the clear, we'll let the word out, smother the brush fire.
Officially in the clear is the key phrase here, because the way Margot was burrowing into me with her questions, I'm definitely still on the hot seat.
At least you got to tell your story. That must have been a relief.
In this case, I think the less said, the better. Because this wouldn't make a very shining brochure for either of us, Strico or Wash My Gun.
Looks like you got a pretty fair headache.
No, it's actually a little better. Thanks.
I hope a headache is all that it is.
I've just been under a lot of stress. I'm feeling better now, really, though.
Right, that's why you went to the doctor.
I'm just a little anemic. It's no big deal. I've got it under control. End of discussion. Why don't we get down to some work, and I'll get you up to speed on Delphi.
Oh, you're the boss. Material's in the conference room. I'll go get it. Thanks for the update, Cal.
Yeah, thank you. It meant a lot.
Well, I got a minute of privacy here. Something I really need to say to you, Connor.
Kingsley, Malta. File's locked. Great.
Oh, what is going on? The Delphi file. I left it right here, and it's gone now.
Why don't you check right over there?
Bingo. Hey, listen, sorry I came down on you. I'm overloaded, I guess.
Hey, that's okay with the way things have been around here. I don't blame you. If there's anything I can do for you, you just let me know, okay?
No, I think I got it all under control. But what's the Kingsley Malta file doing out? You're not on that account.
Oh. You guys were all tied up, and I got a call from a company rep who was interested in a shipping deal with Kingsley Malta. I told him I'd fax the stockholders report. I hope you don't mind.
What's the company?
United Merchant.
Mine? That's fantastic. But it's the end of the quarter. Wait, it's December 1st today, so the new figures ought to be on the pipeline by now. Those will really blow them away.
Great. I'll pull them up. How do I access that?
The new password's Baraka, 1C. No, 2 C's, 1 R. It's someplace in Malta.
Great, I'll get right on it.
Hey, listen, if this works out, we'll share the glory, huh?
Oh, sorry. It was Warren Holmes from Tidewater. I just had to reassure him that...
Oh, of course.
I'm sorry. No more interruptions. It seems like you had something important to say.
I wanted to tell you what I told the police. I had to tell him that it was no secret where I kept the key in my gun cabinet and that anybody who was close to me would have had access. I want you to know that I tried my damnedest to keep you out of it. The reasons why Link quit Strictco and all that, but Tom Hughes wasn't buying it. He asked me some pretty pointed questions, and I couldn't really just lie to him.
Okay. I have something that I have to tell you too, Cal. This isn't easy. I tried to tell you yesterday,
You know what? I think maybe it's better if you don't tell me. I think maybe the best thing for you to do is just keep your eyes and your ears open right now because things are heating up pretty fast. There's a lot of talk going around and there's a lot of evidence building up, and maybe the best thing for you to do is just to try to get a handle on what's being said by whom.
Wait a minute. Why are you telling me this? It sounds like you're warning me about the police. My God, Cal, you think I killed Link?
Waar u ook naartoe wilt op vakantie, de toerkoopadviseuse helpt u als geen ander. Omdat ze uit eigen ervaring spreekt, zich helemaal kan inleven, net even iets verder gaat. Eigenlijk begint uw vakantie al bij Toerkoop. Toerkoop Reisbureau. Er gaat een wereld voor u open. Bel voor een adres in de buurt 069740.
Voel je je vermoeid en is alles je te veel? Supradien multivitamine bouwt je energie weer op. Nu ook Supradien Complex Forte voor extra energie.
Vanavond.
We're not dog people.
Dogs obey so much better than children, don't they?
Dogs sniff, they lick, they chew, they drool, they scratch.
Daddy, can we call him Fred?
Het leven van dit gezin zou nooit meer hetzelfde zijn.
Beethoven.
Een kerstfilm en een kwijnende verrassing van 200 pond. Vanavond om 10 uur bij RTL4. De eerste van Beethoven. Speel mee met het RTL-belspel. Op uw scherm ziet u een vraag verschijnen die betrekking heeft op een RTL-programma of op een van de vele RTL-sterren. Weet u het antwoord op deze vraag? Bel dan 06 300 789. En misschien wint u dan wel deze prijs.
Met deze Zwitserse buzzer om je pols ben je natuurlijk echt bij de tijd. En echt overal bereikbaar voor je vrienden of familie.
Weet u het antwoord op deze vraag? Bel dan 06 300 789. U kunt ons 24 uur per dag bereiken. De winnaar van gisteren staat op RTL 4 tekstpagina 603.
In onze kwekerij heeft mijn familie me elke dag nodig. Ik kan me niet voorstellen dat ik alleen om een blaasprobleem niet meer mee kan helpen. Mijn incontinentieadviseuse zei: neemt u toch een inlegger die echt droog houdt. Attens met anti-lekrandjes. En ze had gelijk.
Attens heeft speciale anti-lekrandjes. Gewone inleggers zonder anti-lekrandjes kunnen soms lekken. De anti-lekrandjes van Attens verminderen lekkage. En het unieke absorberende laagje leidt de vloeistof snel van het lichaam weg. De huid blijft merkbaar droger.
Mijn familie vertrouwt op mij. En ik vertrouw op Attens.
Attens absorbeert het vocht, beschermt de huid. Informatie en proefmonsters 06 0312 of bij uw apotheek.
God, Cal, how could you think that I could kill Link? How could you think that I could kill anyone? Don't you know me at all?
Darling, Connor, I do know you, but I also know how things can fly out of control and it can happen to anybody.
Not to me. Not like that.
Well, can you at least understand how I might have had a doubt?
No, I can't. Because, I like to think that I have a little more faith in the people that I...
Wait a minute. Now, are you trying to tell me that it never crossed your mind that in a moment of pure rage that maybe I killed him?
Okay, when I first heard about Link, it crossed my mind for about 10 seconds. And then I dismissed the thought because I knew that you couldn't kill him any more than I could.
Okay. Let's just imagine here for the purposes of argument that Link was trying to shake me down. He was after me for maybe $1 million. He was going to swear that the Strictco was cooking the books, and he was in a position to engineer that kind of a deal. Now, maybe I was afraid of the publicity, or I was afraid I didn't want to spend the rest of my life in jail, so I'd go to his motel room to negotiate with him. And I walk in on a party. He's having a ball because he thinks he's got the old man over a barrel. And it gets dirty in a hurry. It gets really nasty and mean and personal. And I pull out that gun just because I want to wipe that smirk off his rotten face. No. Can you understand? I wasn't doubting you, Connor. Not for a minute. I was doubting the circumstances, the situation. Okay. Now that I know what you didn't want to tell me yesterday, what do you want to tell me?
I went over to see,
Hey, Cal. Hey, Connor. Listen, Connor, I gotta ask you a few questions. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah, okay, Margot, I got some work to do in the county.
Okay.
what can I tell you, Margot?
Well, I know that you and Link were pretty close. Tell me about that.
We were involved a couple of years ago. Very involved. And after my riding accident just recently, we started seeing each other again. But if you're asking me if I was having an affair with him, I wasn't.
Excuse me, Connor. Jane wasn't at her desk, and I thought I might find Cal in here. Hi, Margot.
Hi, Jess.
He should be back any minute. You're welcome to wait for him.
Yeah, I think that might be a good idea. Is this about the murder investigation?
I'm just checking out a couple things with Connor. Okay. Look, Connor, I know you brought Link on board not long ago. Were there any special problems between the two of you, say, last week or so?
Yeah, there were. I found out that I couldn't trust him.
You mind telling me why? Personal reasons?
You don't have to answer that.
It's okay. If you're asking me if I knew that he was seeing someone else, yes, I did.
Okay, for the record, where were you around 6 o'clock the night Link Lafferty was killed?
Right here, same place I was, sweating over a computer that crashed on us. Almost got us in a real mess, too.
Buongiorno, Duncan. A beautiful day, eh?
Mr. Grimaldi, what a surprise.
I love surprises almost as much as I hate formality. Surely we're beyond that. Please call me Eduardo.
Mr. Grimaldi will do quite nicely. More to the point, why are you here?
To follow up on your offer.
What offer is that?
To tour your castle. On the Valletta the other night. You were there with your lovely wife. You suggested it. I do not wish to impose. Perhaps the next time a group is going out. Eh?
Well, that could be weeks.
Then I have something to look forward to, since I am no longer leaving your town.
Really? Well, with both you and Damien here, who's minding the store in Rome?
The Grimaldis have lots of resources. It appears I can be of more help to my cousin here. For example, I can assure him that Patricia Kingsley is well simply by asking you.
My communications with Patricia Kingsley are personal and strictly off the record.
Ah. Well, I admire your loyalty and your chivalry. An attractive woman. I look forward each year to the opening of La Scala simply to see her so radiant on the arm of her husband. An unusual couple.
I suppose, if you consider fidelity unusual.
Is Lisa Mitchell here today?
No, she's not. And I should warn you that my chivalry extends to Lisa as well.
Such doom and gloom. But then as a Scotsman, I suppose that's part of your nature.
It's also part of my nature to know a con artist when I see one.
You know, in all the years I've been coming here, your American slang still baffles me. Con artist? I must ask Damien what that means.
You do that.
Well, I appreciate your concern, Andrew, but my mind is made up on the thing. Come on, Andy, I missed out on raising my first 3 kids. I'm not gonna let that happen again with MJ.
Well, the suit's not the way. Maybe talk to her, sit down, and try and reach a compromise.
We'll let her do the compromising. She can fly the odd 600 miles or whatever the hell it is back and forth every other weekend to visit her son if she wants to. I can be flexible. And that's exactly what I'm going to say in court. I'm going to get myself a damn good attorney, and I'm going to take this thing to court. And with the history of the case, I think I have a good shot at winning.
Winning what? That's a no-win situation, Dad. MJ will be the big loser there because it doesn't end after court. If she goes to Washington, he'll be like a ping pong ball between you and Iva for the rest of his life.
John,
I've got... Oh, I'm sorry. The door was open. I
Is
can
that
come
the
back.
age thing? I need to see that.
Oh, yeah, it's exactly what it is.
Thank you.
Hey, you schedule that checkup yet?
What checkup?
The one we talked about.
Oh!
Practice what you preach, Doc.
Yes, I will. Thank you.
Make rounds.
This looks good.
What's that? A checkup?
Oh, nothing. Listen, Andrew, I know what I went through when you were growing up, believe you me, and I learned a few things over all these years, and that is that to be a father, you have to be there. You have to be there. I'm MJ's father, not anybody else. I'm going to raise that boy. Not some super cop or whatever the hell he is down in Washington, D.C.
Right. So have you tried to talk her into staying here?
Well, if they were to stay here, it would be a moot point, wouldn't it? But they're not going to stay, so...
Try again. Talk to her again. Maybe he can commute. Make Jason commute. Or talk to Rex. Have him make Iva an offer she can't refuse. Get creative with this, Dad.
No, we'll let Iva be creative. She has somehow convinced herself that to take MJ out of the only surrounding, the only family that he's ever known is a good deal. I don't know why, but she's convinced herself of that. Well, I will tell you that I am determined not to let that happen. I'm going to make sure I raise MJ.
There's a budget meeting with Herb. You want to take it? Please take it.
No, I'll leave that to the senior partner. But I will use the boss's phone if she'll permit me.
Only if you're good. Oh, you're good. You're very, very, very good. Very good. You can use the phone as many times as you want.
Thank you.
Can I interest you in a budget meeting? Oh, I'd love to, but I have to do some outside research for Heart of the City. But I can cancel if you need me to do
that's
something
fine.
for
I'll
you.
fill you in on it later.
I'll see you later. Okay, great. Thank God. I don't know how much longer I can keep up this smile.
So, what is this withholding?
He called it off last night. Just like that.
Janice, this lover's quarrel, it mean nothing. I'm sure you can work things out, whatever it was.
I wonder if you'll still think that when you hear what it is. Lily. He said he didn't love me. Can't love me. Because he's still in love with your wife.
Those are the words he used?
Yep. Seems you just realized it.
Really? You realized that 6 months ago. All right. What does he plan to do with this newfound knowledge?
I have no idea. All I know is I won't let it end this way.
Good. I will help you in everything I can.
I'm counting on it. Because I know just what I have to do next.
I can't believe you believe this. I can't believe you actually lied to the police after everything I told you. You put me in a hell of a position, Evan.
No, I put you in the clear. I gave you an airtight alibi, which I might add Margot Hughes bought completely.
You can't be sure of that.
Well, it's better than going to the cops and playing Susie Q. Citizen.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not going along with it.
Yes, you will. I don't care what you say. I know in your heart you're glad I got you off the hook.
You don't know anything about this situation. It is so much more complicated than you have any...
No, it is much easier. Now, all I want you to do is promise me that you won't tell anybody you went over to Lynx that night. No, you haven't said anything to Cal, have you?
I was tempted.
But you didn't? Good. Now, let's just hang in there, and we'll get through this together. Just like always.
Anyway, I hope I didn't mess you up too badly with this whole yo-yo routine. Taking the job with the firm, giving up the job with the firm, taking the job with...
Well, nothing that several lawyers and several clerks can't iron out, I'm sure. You can forget about the vacation pay, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, you know, you give the best weeks of your life to a place. Well, you know, you're going to be like that. I'm just going to have to ask you to be my best man.
Oh, are you? Well, I would be honored. You deserve the best man. That's who I am, so sure, absolutely.
Is this strictly male bonding, or can anyone join?
We're dancing here.
You're dancing, huh? Hey, this job's looking up.
Well, I would guess from your change in attitude that you're...
Well, perhaps Caleb can tell us what Lafferty and Greer were doing together that night at the Falcon Club. You remember. The night I kept you lads from hurting each other?
Look, the guy got on Julie's case, okay? Things heated up for all of 2 seconds. It was not a big deal.
Hey, we'll talk about this later, huh?
Yeah, okay, I gotta go check in with Joel.
I assumed that you knew about the Flyster. Remember, you told me you were going to give me confirmation as to whether or not that was the murder weapon by the end of the day. And when you didn't get back to me, I had to go with what I had.
No, I said I would try to get you confirmation, and you could have held off.
Okay, look, we're all trying to do our job. Sometimes we step on each other's toes, all right?
Put a rush on this. I
story.
gotta be back at the desk by 1.
This won't take long. Detective Hughes, this gentleman would like to speak with you.
No, you called me, remember? At the Yardley about that info you wanted? Well, I got it.
Very foolish move, Eduardo. Perché l'hai fatta?
You worry too much, Damien. I went to see McKechnie because it intrigues me that he remains so obsessed with Patricia's misfortune.
So? He makes no secret of that?
He makes no secret of anything. The man actually called me forward to my face. No, a con artist. I enjoy, and it amuses me, to rattle his cage.
Well, I suggest you find your amusement elsewhere, Eduardo. Do you understand? This is a very dangerous game you're playing.
Oh,
Personnel.
Hi. Don't get up. There's
No,
only
it's
take a
okay.
minute.
It's all right. How are you? You okay?
Well, I've had better nights and better days. But while I was up last night, I got a chance to do some pretty hard thinking. And first of all, I want to apologize for some of the things that I said last night. I was hurt and I was angry, and I'm sorry. I've been thinking about all the things we've been through together.
And I'm very grateful for all of it.
I know. And I can accept us not being lovers anymore. But what's really hard for me is losing you as a friend. Because you are my best friend. And that's very precious to me. And if you're still willing, I'd like to keep that part.
Well, okay then. I think we got quite a bit accomplished for one morning. Connor?
I just had a thought.
About Delphi?
About you. Where exactly were you at about 6 o'clock on the night that Link was killed?
Why?
Because Damien came by here about 5 o'clock looking for Lily, and he had a question for you, and no one seemed to know where you were.
Well, as a matter of fact, I was on a back road near the Snyders, fixing a flat tire.
Was Rosanna with you?
No, I was alone. But don't you get it? It's perfect. There's There's nobody there to contradict the story I gave Margot.
You're right, it's perfect.
Meaning?
Meaning, by giving me an alibi, you gave yourself one, too.
Margot doesn't need to hide away in the other room with the bloody hotel clerk. I gave my word that any information was going to be confidential, and I keep my word.
Information? What information? Do you have any idea what he's talking about?
I'm sorry, I must have been reading.
We appreciate you coming up with the stress mystery, Mr. Tanner.
Yeah, those names, Mr. and Mrs. Jones, not very creative. Maybe they were creative in other ways, you know what I mean?
Right. But you sure that this is the same room that's next to Mr. Lafferty's the night in question?
Sure, I'm sure. I took him there. You know, at the Yardley, we try to keep things, you know, discreet. So when you find these Joneses...
Yeah, well, if we find them, the address is probably as phony as the name. Did you happen to notice that evening anybody else around his room around 6 o'clock?
No.
No.
Sorry. Look, I really got to roll.
Oh, sure. Sure. Thanks. You're a big help. Listen, if you remember anything else, you let me know.
Wait. The babe with the legs. How could I forget the legs? Boy, she was walking down this hallway and she stopped in front of Lafferty's room.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course I wasn't thinking about, you know, rooms, but
yeah,
it was his all right.
Yeah, maybe there's nothing.
Hey, I'm already late, so I'm just gonna make it simple. Dynamite legs. Anything else? I haven't got a clue. She was wearing this scarf, everything, her hair, her face. It was very bright, a lot of colors. You could see it coming a mile away.
Een stralende witte kerst. En natuurlijk zijn we bij u vanavond om uw kerstdiner vast een mooie inluiding te geven. We zijn er met Marco Bakker. Hij treedt op en hij vertelt. En we nemen u mee naar de winkels waar koningin Elisabeth haar kerstboodschappen doet. En dan hebben we nog hele bijzondere verrassingen voor mensen in ons publiek die dat nog niet weten. We zorgen ze de mooiste kerst van hun leven. Als u nog maar even kijkt. Tot straks, na Catherine.
Kunnen tempozakdoekjes nog verbeteren?
Als ik zeg dat het goed is, moet je dan verbeteren?
Nee, voor mij hoeft het niet meer. Misschien wat zachter, eventueel.
Precies, daarom is er nu vernieuwde tempo.
Dit is zacht. Ja, zacht. Veel zachter.
Is het vraag?
Het is net satijn.
Maar is tempo nog steeds sterk genoeg?
Sterk zat. Het voelt sterk aan, ja. Nee, ze zijn echt stevig.
Nieuwe Tempo is het enige zakdoekje dat bestaat uit 2 sterke binnenlagen en 2 buitenlagen die nu nog zachter zijn.
Ik koop hem. Voor mij niks anders. Wij gaan voor tempo.
Nieuwe Tempo, nu nog zachter, vertrouwd sterk.
Felix brokjes in saus, Felix paté en Felix brokken zijn blijvend in prijs verlaagd. Felix wil Felix.
Staat u in de Playboy?
Ja, in het kerstnummer van de Playboy, ja.
Dit knippen we er natuurlijk heel erg uit, hè? Zeg, Reumer, je bent er niet echt kwaad, hè?
Willem Blok, ik ben nooit echt kwaad. Ja, zeker.
Wat ben je toch een goede gozer, hè? Nou, volgend jaar zal ik jou eens even verrassen. Wie van Gaal, ja, de beste trainer van Nederland, Europa en de wereld.
De mensen die het maakten in 95. Het jaar van Willy Brood. Morgenavond, 5:30, RTL 4.
Hier, neem een Vicks Blue. Dat helpt.
Vicks Blue, extra sterk, extra fris.
Ze verloor haar man en haar dochtertje.
Now I understand why I had to survive. I'm going to have another baby.
De volgende klap kwam in stilte.
He's deaf?
Profoundly.
What is he doing? It's a little hard to explain. Come on, honey. You know what? I think it's time to go.
De pijn
Jeffrey was my whole life and I lost him. And I never want to feel that kind of pain again.
van een zeer succesvolle, maar eenzame vrouw. Danielle Steele's Once in a Lifetime. Donderdagavond, 10 uur, RTL 4.
Ze weet wat ze
ze doet wat ze wil. Ze geeft elke dag dat speciale roem. Ze is zoals jij. De enige vrouw voor mij.
Ook op eerste kerstdag is RTL4 de warmste in de huiskamer. Vanavond om 20:30 pa en zoon kraaikamp in Het Zonnetje in Huis. Aansluitend gaan er diverse records aan diggelen in de Postcode Loterij Recordshow met Martijn Krabbe. En daarna een hartveroverende Sint-Bernard-kolos